It is now 5:25 a.m. and I have $350 on. That's a Monday night. Sunday night, that is. Now it's Monday morning. $350 on. That's wonderful. That's like having a $410 Friday, just because the lease on the Sunday is $60 cheaper than the lease on a Friday. I think that works out really well. There's another one of our cars right there. It looks like it's going to be another hazy morning. Hazy, humid kind of. The sky looks dirty. I guess that doesn't show up so well on the phone. But trust me, the sky looks dirty. I had a good night, yeah. At one point I was sent out to the beach house, which is kind of like a beach house where it's like a little restaurant. And picked up these people who had been at a wedding and took them where they were going. And they were taking their sweet time. And they said, "Oh, we hope we're not holding you up too much." And I said, no, it's okay. Take as much time as you need, whatever. I got them to their destination and they paid. And then I got sent on another call. I got sent out to the airport to pick somebody up and bring them back into town. It was $55 on the meter. He gave me $65. So that was worth it. I don't mind if people take their time. I'm not in a rush, because had I been in a rush, I would have maybe missed that call. That call to go out to the airport to pick this guy up and bring him back into town. Most of it was Interac. $260 worth of business was not cash. It was company charges, and it was Interac's debit, credit, that kind of thing. Anyway, I'll be back tomorrow. That was the end of the Monday night. I've got a little over 300 on, which is good. It's now 5:22 in the morning. It is, by the time I get back into town, it's the end of my shift. I'll go to the bank to deposit some money, and I'll go to the gas station to fuel this thing up, and I'm gonna park it. Give it to day shift. And yeah, any night over 300 is really good. That means that puts 200 in my pocket. So 350 for, or 360 or so for Sunday night. Another 310, 320 or so for Monday night. That's good. My week is off to a good start. And it's gonna be another one of those hazy, hot days. The way it looks, it's kind of hazy. The sky is not clear at all, it's hazy. And with that haze and the sun, it's going to be hot. Maybe not so humid, but hot. Yeah, you see it's kind of cloudy in the distance there, and hazy. I don't think it's gonna rain. I think it's that light cloud is just gonna burn right off, and it's gonna be more hazy. Yeah, I had one bizarre customer last night. I got sent to a restaurant that was closed, and there he was. He's coming at me and says, "Sup, beat boy?" What? I don't respond to that. I'm not 14 years old. Anyways, he said that his wallet had been stolen and he wants to go to Lee Road. So I took him up to Lee Road, and then I didn't know where to go, but he directed me where to go, and he was being stupid, and he says, okay, now it's time to run. And I kind of looked at him. I said, yeah, really? And he says, and he pulled out this whole bunch of money out of his pocket. It was $100 bills and $50 bills and $20 bills, and you know, there's a few hundred there. And he says, I don't think I have enough money to pay you. And I looked at him and I said, well, I think you do. So he had these hundreds and 50s and 20s in his lap. So he ended up paying me and being a little bit strange. He was just strange. Must have been doing some kind of drugs. He was acting like somebody who was just high on cocaine. But anyway, whatever, he paid. I think I got a $5 tip out of him, which was all right. And now we're heading back home. And yeah, you know, it was a $30 fare with a $5 tip, so that was just fine. So another day begins and another shift ends. Well, it's 5:07 in the morning, and I've got 288 on. It wasn't that busy a night. In fact, what made it so good was that I had a $75 fare that went out to a place called Souk, and that fare is what got me up to where I am now. I had a couple of naps, and I've been watching some videos and taking breaks in between calls and stuff. It's going okay now. What did I say? The time is 5:07 in the morning, and I'm pretty tired. I know the end is near. I'm gonna go watch another video now. I think I'm waking up, since we're getting a little bit of daylight beginning now, or should we say twilight? Would this be twilight or just before the dawn? Yeah. This is the Wednesday morning. It's Wednesday morning, so it's the end of the Tuesday night shift. And I'll be back tomorrow, I guess. I just want another fare to make it over 300. That would be nice. Well, it's just after 4 in the morning. I had a couple of things happen just before. I was sent on a time call to go to Copper Ridge Lane. So I was on my way to Copper Ridge Lane, and I got called by a regular who just was going a short distance. So I did the short distance and made it to Copper Ridge Lane on time. Then I realized that the addresses didn't match the address I had. The address I had was 22 something, and the addresses on Copper Ridge Lane were 4,000 and something. So I called the customer right away, and I asked what the address was because somebody had made a big mistake. And she says, it's off Keating. You know where the co-op is? Okay. So I rushed to the co-op, and as I was almost to the co-op, there was a sign saying, we need to leave in 5 minutes. Okay, so I got to the co-op and I looked at the map, because the address that I was supposed to go to was Cooper Ridge. So I went to Cooper Ridge. I went near there, and then the phone rings and the guy's talking to me. And I said, look, I'm just at Keating and VNS. I'll be right there. He says, we have to leave. I said, yes, if you just hold on a minute, I'm coming. I'm just around the corner. Now he's talking to me like, you don't understand. We have to leave right now. Why don't you just go home? And he was saying that to me just when I was around the corner from the house. I think he had left already. Anyway, I went around the block and there was no sign of any noise, of anything there. So I guess they went with their own vehicle instead of taking a cab. So whose fault is it? He said, it's no fault of mine that you're not here. I said, that's right, it's no fault of mine either. Somebody made a mistake in the office and sent me to the wrong place. He says, and you don't know where you're going. I said, well, whatever. I said, I'm almost there. He said, we're leaving now. You go home. Okay, fine. Fine. Mistakes happen in our office. It was only about a $30 ride. The other one that took me 5 minutes to do, I got $20 for, so that's my consolation prize. But how mean people can be when a mistake has been made and you're trying to correct it and you're doing your best to correct it. And they give you bad landmarks. I got to the address. I was there maybe a couple minutes after he said he's leaving now. Fuck. Maybe I'll get another good one. Maybe. I'm just trying to calm down right now because I'm quite angry. Well, this is it. It was another $300 night. It turned out to be another $300 night, despite that bullshit. Despite that bullshit. And it's over. The time is now 5:22. I'm just going to wash the car and go home. Okay. We're at the airport again. And I just dropped off. It is now 3:55 in the morning. Now that's really good to get an airporter at 3:55 in the morning. I've got close to 300 on again. And yes, here comes the beeper because I had to use the reverse gear to back out of the spot where I was. And when you use the reverse gear, it resets the beeper for the seatbelt on this Taxi Vlog 516. I think it's Taxi Vlog 516. I could be wrong. So this has been another good night, another busy night. No nightmares this time. It was pretty smooth, and early on it was fairly busy. Yeah, in order to have 300 on at 4 in the morning, it had to have been good at some point. So I got, a couple hours left in my shift. I might take a few people to work in the morning. I might have another one coming up here to the airport. I might have not much happening at all this morning. But after I park this thing, a couple hours from now, I will have 2 full nights off. This being the Friday morning, I will not have to touch a taxi again until Sunday night. Yeah, I hope yours is better than mine.